Welcome back. So where we last left off at Halloween 1978. Dr. Loomis shoots Michael, he falls out, and then he's nowhere to be found. And that's where the movie was supposed to end. We weren't supposed to get the continuation of Michael Myers, but the Halloween movie was a crazy success. Fans from all over was clamoring, when was the next time we were going to see Michael Myers? They made so much money off that movie. Halloween made $47 million in the United States and $70 million worldwide on a $300,000 budget. That's indie film right there. That talk about getting your money back. The success of Halloween was insane. So to the point where the producer was just like, okay, so you know we got to do number 2, right?
A sequel. I thought, my God, I mean, that's not television. They said, no, we want to do sequel. And I said, well, I don't know. They said, don't worry, we'll give you a profit in advance. I said, okay.
John Carpenter, a little hesitant to do it. I understand it because that wasn't the original thing.
I will say that what got me through writing that script was Budweiser, 6-pack of beer a night, sitting in front of the typewriter saying, what in the hell can I put down?
But they had to sit down, write out a script, and then we felt as though we got a good enough script for Halloween 2. Now, Halloween 2 is a movie that I really enjoyed, that a lot of people in the Halloween community do not like this movie too much, or they feel as though it wasn't as strong as the first one. But the thing is, it's a continuation from the same night, which is one thing I love. I like, you didn't give it the sequelitis type thing. It's a continuation in the same night. And all the things we follow, what happened to Lori afterwards, and she has, for her injuries, I mean, homegirl did take a trip over the steps.
He needs some milk.
She had to go in the hospital, but then also everybody finding about all the dead teenagers that happened. Like, we got to continue on that story, but now Michael is trying to go after them in a hospital. So this was the story that they had, but there was one twist that they added to the movie, and that you were either on this side of the field or this side of the field of whether you like that twist or not. Me personally, I didn't mind the twist. Actually, that twist, it enhanced the movie and the series for me. And most of the storylines that follow that twist I'm going to talk about is the storylines that I like. So without any further ado, we did Halloween yesterday, so now let's get into 1981's Halloween 2. After Michael gets shot, he gets up. We hear the heavy breathing. We get the point of view of Michael Myers, kind of like a similar start that we had in the 1978 movie. And Michael sees Dexter. I was really about to say Dexter Loomis. Wrestling brain, forgive me. Michael sees Dr. Loomis yelling at the sheriff.
Shot him 6 times. I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. I shot him 6 times.
Actually, Dr. Loomis, it was 7. Hey, everybody, let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
As Michael's moving around, he comes into this old couple's house who is now hearing about the news about these killings that happened in Haddonfield. I'm like, that happened literally 25 minutes ago. Like, nothing is going on in Haddonfield to the point where we got the news broadcast already up. Like, hey, yo, kill out here killing it. I'm just like, man, my work has been done. I just did that about 15 minutes ago. And once again, 1978. Let's leave the doors open, everybody. Michael comes in there and grabs the kitchen knife as homegirl was making her husband a ham sandwich. I'm like, that's a big ass knife to be cutting a ham sandwich with. Michael pips off, and then she sees the blood on the counter, knowing that, oh, Michael must have been here, but Michael don't care. Michael got work to do. Lori ain't dead yet, and he gotta make sure you stepped up on my stepsis. We gonna have to fight. Meanwhile, as Michael walking around, he sees another young lady that comes out trying to call over to the older couple, but they're not answering. And that is Michael's first victim of the movie, because he goes in there and is like, hold on, man. You walked in my way. So you know what? You got to go. Meanwhile, they're taking Lori to the hospital because of the injuries that she sustained literally 15 minutes ago. And as they pull to the hospital, we see an infamous scene that everybody associates with Halloween 2, because obviously that's where everybody's seen it, is we see a boy come with his mother who obviously had bit on a razor blade. Everybody has heard that myth about people be putting razor blades in candy, so be careful with the candy that you get. Even my mother, when I was young, even thought about that. I'm just like, but to wrap up a razor blade in some candy, or to the point where you can't even see it or feel it, or you biting that hard, like that looked painful. Seeing that boy with that razor blade in his mouth, like yikes. Come to find out, that boy with the razor blade is supposed to be a subplot to one of the other Halloween themed movies for the anthology. Could you imagine like Halloween 4 not being the Return of Michael Myers, or being the guy that puts the razor blades in the kids' candy? Like, I kind of wanted to see that movie. Like, in a little bit, I kind of wanted to see that. Because damn, like, I really wanted to see what happened to that boy. Meanwhile, Dr. Loomis and the sheriff is riding around town looking for Michael, because after what he did, Dr. Loomis is now aware that Michael's in Haddonfield. He wreaking havoc. They think they see Michael, but obviously it's not Michael, and it's a kid trick-or-treating, and he's really running away because a deranged doctor and a sheriff is chasing after him. And he crosses the street, and another cop car slams into this kid, and they like in a car crash, and kills this kid and blows up. I'm like, is there no better way to handle this? Like, goddamn, the cops kill an innocent kid? Too much like rape.
What brutality? Huh? What brutality?
Then another cop tells the main sheriff that Annie, his daughter, was one of the victims. And now things get intensified. Meanwhile, as Laurie is in the hospital bed, we are introduced to this boy named Jimmy. He just slide into Laurie's room, and for lack of better words, is a creep.
Ponytails and barrettes still get you hot.
But they do get friendly with each other, so he's somebody that will constantly come back and check on Laurie in the hospital. By this time, Michael has made all of the headlines. He's even on the radio, and as one kid listens to the radio, he bumps right into Michael. But once again, it's Halloween, and everybody's in the costume, so they're gonna let this guy walk on by. Even though, like, if I see Michael Myers like just like that and just weird looking, and just not interacting with anybody, I'm just like, something up with him. Like, that could be the guy. That could be the guy. And like, Michael just pips off. Look, and once again, I love y'all, but sometimes my white brothers and sisters, y'all have no natural predators at all. The sixth sense don't be clicking for y'all. I say that with love.
I will never understand white people.
Meanwhile, Michael sneaks to the hospital because he just know Laurie there. He like, because probably headphone, he probably got but one hospital. And he's sitting there and he has his eyes on one of these nurses that's in the nursery. And I was just like, Michael, I swear y'all, you better not touch one of them babies. Like, don't be a baby killer. Don't be a baby killer.
First of all, that's horrible.
Laurie keeps asking, why me? Like, why was he after me? And Jimmy is, trying to talk to her, but one of the black nurses come in there, or one of, it's only one, comes in there and lets them know, like, look, visit hours is over. We're going to try to call your parents. But she cannot get through because the lines seem to be dead. So, like, she's like, why are the lines dead in the hospital? Like, what's going on? And so she goes to check out. When I first see this movie, I was just like, as soon as she went to go check out, I was like, rest in peace, black lady. Yeah, you already know our fate when it comes. When you see one of us on the screen, you already know our fate, especially in the 70s and 80s. When you see us in a horror movie, some people just look at it as, oh, okay, we got a black person in here. The way we look at it is, as soon as we see that character, we see,
I'm going up yonder to be with my Lord.
a coworker named Janet tries to go talk to Mr. Garrett, who was a security guard, to figure out why the lines are cut, or why the phones are not working. He goes to investigate why the phones are not working, but leaves Janet with the walkie-talkie, like she knows what to do with it. Like, what am I going to do with this? Like, why do people do that, right? Mr. Garrett sees that somebody has broken into the storeroom, not necessarily know who it is just yet, but then Michael comes and hits him with a hammer on the spike side of the hammer. I was like, God dang, it got to hurt. The police call for a sweep of the neighborhood. They find out that Michael Myers is not dead because, unfortunately, the Michael they thought they killed was, once again, just an innocent kid. Damn shame.
What brutality?
So a mob gathers outside Michael Myers' old house and start throwing rocks. Yeah, like, y'all throwing rocks now. Like, Laurie got whole stalked all the way for just putting the keys back on the front step. Y'all throwing rocks. I'm guarantee you right now, he gonna have a checklist of all the motherfuckers that were throwing rocks, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna see if you still throwing rocks, so I'm standing here. Another one of the paramedics that was working with Jimmy, Freak Boy, is the only way I know how to call him.
Ladies and grace, come show me your face. Don't make me cry, I tell no lie.
The Freak Boy grabbed the nurse to try to get some sexual healing.
And when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing.
So they said, well, you know what? We can go knock this thing out in the therapy tub. It's warm enough to be like a jacuzzi. And I was just like, you know what? damn good idea. And when we get to the therapy tub, this is when we get our next kill in the movie. Because see, Michael back in the day like to spread things out. Spread the kills out. Freak Boy gets killed off camera. And then Michael turned up the heat. And then homegirl gets drowned in the heated water and the skin starts peeling back. And she's going, and Michael don't even care about his hand. He just like, no, I don't feel none of this when I'm killing people. Not before Michael think he's slick gonna give Shorty a whole rub down before he goes sit there and get his hand licked right before he goes get some. He like, I'm gonna give me a little tease if I kill you. Michael a whole freak. In these Halloween movies, Michael like to be playing around a little bit. You're like I'm gonna get a little taste of the coolness. You know, I'm gonna get a little taste of the cool cat before I go out there and kill you. Dr. Loomis and a police officer, they go and check this elementary school where Michael broke into, and he sent a picture of a girl and a family. And there is a confusion of what's going on, and wrote blood and on the wall, which is basically
Samhain, the festival of Samhain.
Michael's giving little clues about what's happening, but Dexter Loomis is now ordered by the government to leave Hatfield and return to Smith Grove, where the marshal is waiting for him outside. And Helmus is like, Loomis ain't the problem here. Why don't we all get Michael? Okay, like y'all put y'all energy in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, Jimmy come in Lori room on some for real shit. He said he won't let nothing happen to her, but she not responding. At first, when I first saw her, I was like, oh man, she done stroked out. Something happened with the medication. So Janet is looking for Dr. Mixer. She wasn't going to tell him that Lewis had a reaction to the meds, but then when she turns around, there's a needle, a syringe in his eye, and then Michael's behind her and sticks a syringe in her neck. And I think even though the first reveal in the first movie was dope, this reveal when he comes right out that door, this is one of the best stealth kills in this movie, if not the whole Halloween series. Michael finds Laurie's room, but then he starts stabbing it and realizes it's nothing but a bunch of pillows. Michael is pissed. How was he supposed to know I was coming? But Laurie got that sixth sense. I mean, she's the only one in Hatfield that does. Jimmy is searching for Laurie because he can't find her in the bed, and he finds that the black lady nurse has been killed by Michael Myers. Told y'all. And her blood, and he drained all her blood out, so all her blood is like on the floor. Like basically, she just a bloodless body right now. Well then, what does Jimmy do? He goes and slips and gives himself a concussion, or worse. One of the smart nurses in the hospital tries to get away, and when she goes in there, she tries to start the car, but the car don't work. This is what I've been talking about when it comes to the Michael Myers stuff. It ain't just like the car ain't starting up because of horror movies. Michael Myers like, no, I cut the brake line, I cut the gas line. I'm telling you right now, you ain't going nowhere. You in this hospital with me. The nurse, as she comes back inside, finds Laurie, but Michael right behind her and stabs her, picks her with one arm.
Got you, bitch.
And here's we get the iconic shoe fall. But like, damn, there one hand, Michael, you strong.
Oh, Hercules.
Now the chase is on as Michael is going after Laurie, and Laurie's all drugged up. Her legs still hurt from flipping over them steps, and everything else is going on to her. Laurie catches the slow elevator out of there because you know it was the times we gotta have to move extra, so we gotta sell that tension for the extra elevator. And then she makes it outside the hospital and realizes that she can't go anywhere, so she hides inside of a car. But then, as she's hiding in the car, here comes Jimmy. Jimmy's in here, and he, like I said, he hit his head hard, so he's concussed. So he is trying to talk to Laurie, but then he either passes out or dies and falls on the steering wheel. And then she had to push it back to stop attracting noise to her, so Michael wouldn't hear her. I have been having this question for the longest time. I don't think I got the proper answer. Did Jimmy die, or was he just concussed? And even was he concussed and went to sleep, he probably is dead. So R.I.P. Jimmy. As they all get back into the hospital, Laurie's at the car. She's trying to scream for help, but she just can't.
Back it up.
Okay, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. Remember back in the elementary school when Nurse Marion Chambers came up to Dr. Loomis and said that Governor, I'm guessing of Hatfield, wanted Loomis out? But remember, there was a little twist in the movie that I had mentioned. Well, this is that twist. The reason Michael's doing all this is the big twist now, is that...
Girl, that Strode girl, that's Michael Myers' sister.
Yes, her younger sister that was given up by her parents, and then she got adopted by the Strodes, and this is where we're at right now. So Loomis automatically was like, no, we got to go back now. And he said, okay, so how you cops do? You give a warning shot?
What does you fellas usually do? Fire a warning shot, right?
Next thing you know, that car turned back around. He's like, you know what? I'm not losing my job or losing my life, buddy, over this crazy ass old man. Alright, now let's get back to the review. That's when she sees Michael, and then she gotta run back to the hospital. Then she starts banging on the window in the door to up in. So Loomis lets her in, and then Michael just like, wait, y'all go back. God, lock the door y'all want to. My man walked straight through the door. Straight through the door. Said, fuck your locked door, bruh. Loomis shoots him even more times, and Michael falls down, and the cop's like, he's dead. He's like, no, he's not dead. Get away from him. He ain't listening. Michael gets up again and is slashing the cop's neck. I mean, bruh, I'm going to keep beating or shooting or running over Michael's body until it's like mush, okay? Because I will never believe that he's dead, okay? But now the chase is back on with Michael chasing Loomis and Laurie, and they go into this other hospital room. But then Michael busts in the room, and then he stabs Loomis. I jumped back. I was like, oh my God, they killed Dr. Loomis. And then he goes after Laurie, but Laurie has Dr. Loomis's gun. And then she fires 2 shots to the head. I was like, he should be dead. But no, she just shoots his eyes out. And as we get the iconic scene of the blood running down Michael Myers' mask, that is the difference between the mask in the first one and the second one. If you guys are going to like at the Halloween store to look for masks, and you see them blood tears come down, that's from the second Halloween movie. Just to let y'all know. It's even on the cover of the Halloween, like the updated Halloween DVD. And Michael still ate that shit. He blinded, but he ate that shit. Loomis and Laurie start releasing gas all around the hospital, and then Loomis tells Laurie to get up out of there. And then Loomis like, no, we going down together. Lights a lighter, and both him and Michael blow up in this hospital room. Laurie is out, and she's trying to call away, but Michael's coming there on fire, engulfed, still trying. But eventually, Michael Myers falls down and burns up, and that is the end of Michael Myers. So we thought. Halloween 4, bitches! But before we even knew about Halloween 4, that was the end of Michael Myers. That was the cap off. That's the way John Carpenter said, we're going to end it. This story is over. We're going into the anthology. That's how we get Halloween 3, the Season of the Witch. And honestly, Halloween 3 is a good movie if it just was not named Halloween. It's Season of the Witch. But then it bombed so bad, and it's not because it ain't a good movie. Like I said, I like Halloween 3. I have it back there in the Blu-ray collection. But there's no Michael Myers in there. So they was like, okay, we gotta go back. So that's how we get Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers, which was ended up being a big box office success. But we ain't there right now. Listen to this. While doing my research for this review and taking my notes, I found out that there were 2 versions of this movie, Halloween 2. There was a theatrical version and a television version. Well, come to find out, in the TV version, Jimmy lives. Jimmy is seen in the ambulance with Laurie at the end of Halloween 2. I have never seen this ending before in my life, and I just came across it and I was like, wait a minute, Jimmy's alive. My bad, Jimmy. I didn't mean to kill you off. If there is demand for it, I will review it. But in the meantime, that's where it's at right now. Halloween 2. Was it as good as the first one? I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I do think it's a good entry to the collection. Then we have the twist of Laurie and Michael being brother and sister. And that leads us into multiple different timelines. So this timeline, I didn't, when it comes to the H2O timeline, I like the timeline minus Resurrection. But I think that was a good trilogy for Halloween 1, 2, and H2O. I think that'd have been great. That'd have been a great trilogy right there. Then I felt as though for the 2018, I felt as though you still could have added Halloween 2 in there. But they wanted to take the sister element out of there. And I was just like, okay. I mean, I get it, and it wasn't meant to be like that in the first place, but I just liked it. And then when it came to the sequel 4, 5, and 6, and they had the whole Jamie's daughter type thing, I like Jamie's daughter. I really did like Halloween 4. That's one of my favorites also. But if I had to get rid of any of the storylines, it's that one. So the Halloween 2, I would think is a good entry, and I guess it depends on the way the fans go, is what timeline they're going to like. If they like them that they're brother and sister, or if they're not. Me personally, I like it. But how do you feel about it? I don't necessarily know. You guys can post that in the comments down below. But that was my review of Halloween, the complete night of 1978. And I think both of them movies back to back, if you watch it back to back, are really good. So how you guys feel about Halloween? Post that in the comments down below. And remember, this is the month of October, so next Friday we will be back with another horror movie review. And I don't know which one it's going to be, but you know what? I know I want to play a game.